Set the club on your shoulder. You turn your shoulders back. Club's pointing right down the line. Lift it straight up from here. Oh, that one kind of hurt and got chunky. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Golf Test Dummy, the channel where I use my game to hopefully help your game. Last week's episode where the thumbnail said no more and it looked like I was breaking a club over my knee, I had some frustration at my golf swing and I wanted to let it be known to all of you guys out there because I don't try and hide anything, I don't cover anything up, I'm not trying to be fake out here and just show you all these great results. Now, I want to show you all the warts and all the bumps and the bruises along the way, everything that I fail at and everything that I might find a little bit of success with. Now, in last week's video, I went through about 4 different drills and I was able to find some very slight improvements, maybe, out of those drills. If I spent probably the next 6 to 8 weeks working on it, I might see a little bit of a movement. And while I'm not looking for an instant fix, I am looking for something that at least shows quite a bit of promise, and I know that if I invest my time in it, I won't be wasting that time. I'm actually going to get some sort of a product at the end. This is not paradise. There is a lot of hard work going into this. There's a lot of time. There's a lot of disappointment, and I get frustrated just like everybody. But in the throes of that frustration, after I finished recording the video, I think I had a little bit of a light bulb moment, and the thought came across my mind, and I'm like, wait a minute, that has to have some value, right? This is not something that's just a figment of my imagination. This is real, right? Yeah. That's got to mean something. Improvement. There are 3 real areas I want to see improvement. Number 1, the takeaway. The takeaway comes inside. I feel like I turn away like this and my arms stay straight and then I have to pick it straight up. I think if I were to reverse that sequence and I was able to somehow bend my arm first and then turn back, look, that makes a lot better backswing. But that laid off takeaway, that's got to go. The second thing that really has got to go away is at the top. When I get to the top, I'm across the line and my first move is the head goes in. So if I'm here, my first move down is that head going in and the right hand dragging it down. So it goes in and down. It goes in and back into the left. JFK. The third thing is that once I do that and I get over here, I have to steepen it, right? And then bring my elbow in and throw away all of my angles. And by the time I'm able to put club on ball, I've had to fight so hard for every single last yard. I've had to put every ounce of energy that I have to the point where I am physically beaten and sore just to come out with some decent yardages. On to the light bulb moment, okay? Everything's already been discovered in the golf swing. There's nothing new. There's just been different ways of presenting it. After filming last week, I got really beat down. I got to a place where I thought, you know what, nothing's ever gonna help me. In my despair, I put the club away and I just sat here and I stood facing the ball for a while. Just almost in meditation, thinking, this has got to be so simple. Why are you making this so complicated? Really, it's just a turn back and then a turn through. It's just the club going here and the club going there. Why is it getting so complicated? And then it hit me. Right now, my chest, my hips, my knees, my face, everything is facing the ball. From here, I know what a good position at the top is. It's going to be back here behind my head, and the shaft is going to be pointing that way down the target line. I know that's where I want the club to end up. Right about here. Right? Something like that. Maybe not perfect, but something like that. Okay. Where is here? Well, here is on the exact opposite side of me from the ball. Meaning the ball is here, the club is here, and I am dead solid in the way. If you're thinking about no golf ball, and you think about, okay, what's a good position at the top? You can move into a good position and go, okay, that's about right. And if you're standing there and you're looking all over and you're checking, you go, okay, yeah, that's about right. So it's a matter of perspective, but that perspective is dynamic because here, the club needs to be here. But here, the club needs to be here. Well, if I keep my hand right there, which is exactly the opposite of the golf ball on that side of my body, and I just turn back, that club is here, beside my right shoulder. That club is only getting to right here. The reason that it gets back there is because I turn. And that just blew my mind. And I thought, that's got to mean something, right? I mean, it's not just some random brain gas, right? That's got to actually have some kind of meaning. I spent hours trying to grind that position and trying to get it. I tried folding the right arm up beside the elbow. I tried to not turn it all and just do this. I tried to not even bring my arms up, but just to turn my body. I tried everything. And don't get me wrong, I was getting some good strikes and some of them felt effortless. And I thought, oh man, this really might be making a difference. And then I watched it back on video. And of course, it was no different until I tried this Mike Malaska drill. And I finally got to see on tape exactly what I was looking for. It goes something like this. I'm going to pull up both cameras again so that you can see what's going on. I'm going to take my mic off. This is the drill. This is how it goes. It's really simple, but there are some issues that I'll explain. Okay. Garmin's running. You set up to the golf ball. You take your grip. Then from here, you simply lift the club and put it on your shoulder. Then you turn with your spine in the same, you can't stand up, you have to keep your spine angle. Then you simply push the club up away, and then from here, you bring the club down. Now, I didn't get the greatest strike in the world there because I had moved away from it and I was looking at the camera, but that is the drill. It's really that simple. All right, so here we go again. I'll do it again. All right, you set up. Set the club on your shoulder. You turn your shoulders back. Club's pointing right down the line. Lift it straight up from here. Oh, that one kind of hurt and got chunky. It's hard to hit golf balls from that position in the beginning. And now that I haven't done it for a few days and I'm out here trying it again, it is difficult to get back to it. But after working with it for a little while, I was able to actually get to the top here and then just come down and hit the golf ball and get into all the correct positions. Now there is an asterisk, of course, with this, and Mike even said it himself in the video, that inevitably what you're going to do is you're going to do that drill several times and then you're going to try to start to blend it. And it's not going to work, at least for a while. Now, I don't think he was saying that it won't eventually happen, but I think what he's saying is that don't go too fast through this. Keep doing the drill, and just let that naturally progress. Don't try to speed it up and don't try to blend it. When you try to blend it, it's not going to happen. There seems to be a little bit more to this than what was in that one particular video, and maybe you have to sign up for his classes or get his online videos or whatever in order to figure out what the key is to be able to take this to an actual golf swing. And there's this disconnect between the drill, which is great, and then how to turn it into a golf swing, because you don't really want to go out on the first tee and do that drill, and it might look kind of funky. Also, from the top, when you're disconnected and you're not in the midst of an actual motion, a fluid motion like that, it can be really hard to come back and strike the ball consistently and well. But if I spend the next several days or even a couple of weeks just doing that drill over and over and over and over, will it make a difference? Will I come out in next week's video and all of a sudden take a full swing without doing the drill, see if I've been able to push some bad programming out and absorb some good programming back in? Will it make a difference? Well, I guess you're just going to have to tune in next week to find out in the next video, because I'm going to sit out here and grind away at this drill, and let's find out if a full solid week of nothing but this drill for a couple hours every single day of the week finally puts me on the right path to being in good positions and having effortless power.